before the damage is done. Welcome to this week's edition of Friday's Food for Thought, brought to you by Reverse Focus. We've all read or seen them and utter a collective ugh or fume after the fact. Negative and misinformed stories in the press or television about the reverse mortgage program. Now, looking back and reflecting on this unfortunate and recurring ignorance by so-called experts, I began to ask myself, what could we have done differently? Now, here are just a few ideas in addressing and, more importantly, preventing damaging and misleading stories about the reverse mortgage program. Number one, it's often too late. Once your local paper or a national website like Fox Business releases a wonderfully misinformed or inaccurate article, the damage is already done, period. Like feathers scattered in the wind, our attempts to correct, cajole, or expose such ignorant stories are going to be mostly ineffective damage control. Now sure, we can try to pick up the pieces, but they've already blown across the landscape. Number two, educate your local media. This is proactive. Look at the major papers and television stations in your market and ask to meet with the news director or editorial board. Then offer to provide the facts about the federally insured reverse mortgage program. Your goal is not to preach, but to inform and educate. Now, if you're able to secure such meetings, your efforts may pay off with these news outlets thinking twice before reprinting an inaccurate article. Even better, they'll be watching the articles that are submitted from their own columnists to check for accuracy. Number three, offer your services. Offer to be a resource for any columnists or reporters who are researching stories on reverse mortgages. And if successful, you can help them not only present truthful and accurate information, but more importantly, avoid them damaging their own reputation amongst their readers. Now try to collect the names, phone numbers, and yes, the emails of the columnists and reporters who would be covering reverse mortgages, usually in the business section. Number four, watch your regional news closely. Now with online tools such as Google's news service, you can subscribe to be notified anytime a story with the keywords reverse mortgage is released. Now you may want to register to comment and also rebut inaccurate statements as well. Number five, overcome prospective borrower concerns. If you are in fact informed on a recent story on national or local level, you are now prepared to rebut any information that may be incorrect with prospective clients that they may have after reading a reverse mortgage scare story. Now with the media, the typical approach is, if it bleeds, it leads. In other words, scare tactics sell more papers and get more hits on a website. Now sure, we can collectively fight such transgressions after the fact, but being proactive is the only long-term solution to reduce misinformation. Now what are your thoughts? Have you worked to educate your local media? Share your ideas and experiences below in the comment section, and have a fantastic weekend.